Hello. I think the only way to grow reliably and fast is to bite more than you could chew. Because when you take up on some task or challenge, you might want to call it, that you have had no business taking or no experience doing beforehand, you might think that, damn, dude, I'm not even ready for this. I've never done anything like this in my life. But if you really think about it, isn't it the point, right? Because sometimes, like when you were a kid, like I don't know, one year old or whatever, you never walked, but now you're walking all the time, right? How come? So you had to make a step, right, in order to start walking. So my point here is that you'll never be ready for so-called task or all your thoughts that, like, oh man, I can't even do it, I don't even know how to do it. It's bogus. All of it is BS, because of course you don't know how to do it because you never done it, right? That's the whole point of the whole thing, the whole exercise. The exercise that I'm doing this year is called the silly maxing, uh, where you just do stuff and that's it, right? That's the whole point of the exercise. You don't think, you don't overthink. You just see the task, you volunteer to do the task, and then you do the task however you can. Lucky for you, we are not anymore in the fucking Stone Age or Ice Age or whatever. We literally have internet. We literally have all the information in the world available to you, like right this second. We literally have AI, dude. Like, you can't even have an excuse anymore to not do things just because you don't know how to, or you've never done them. What do you mean? Like, you don't know how to do ABC? Well, you just Google it, or well, you just put it into fucking LLM, and you just do it. You just follow what they say, and you just do it. It's not that hard, right? Uh, it's scary. It's uncomfortable. You might be afraid of looking like a silly guy, but like that's the whole point. I don't know how to explain. It's just that's it. That's life for you. People have kids. They have never had kids before, but they are not stopping. Right? They're not stopping to have more kids. Let's say you want a promotion. You have never had a promotion before, or you have never had this kind of money before. But you still want it, right? So why don't you want to do something they have never done? Like, for example, me. Why am I talking about this? Because like right now, I'm usually like not very scared anymore. I used to be, but not anymore. I'm on pills also, which is helping me a lot with my, like, let's say, consistency and focus, because I have like ADHD and I'm medicating myself. Not in the sense like I invented it and now I'm just taking pills for fun. What's his name? Psycho. Okay, whatever. That doctor. So whatever. So I'm taking those medicines, and the only thing it does, it just prolongs your focus, but the underlying structure kind of still has to be there. And this is how I would function with ADHD my whole life, where I know I'm not lazy. I mean, I used to think I'm lazy, and I used to think I'm stupid, and I used to think I'm uh, yeah, I'm stupid, I'm lazy, I'm like unorganized, I cannot, keep track of things, I cannot keep focus. But I finished medical school using this one small trick, which is called pushing everything to the last moment and then overworking yourself doing it. And that's like my larger motto in life, I think. So how I would pass all the exams is just, I would not necessarily like wait consciously, but like I would not do anything for a very long time. And then when the time hits, like let's say there are like two months before exam, I would just bust my balls. I'll just bust ass like 10 hours per day, 12 hours per day. I would just study. I would just sit in front of the books and just study. Because like this time hits where, if you're not going to do anything, you're going to be in trouble, and I mean, some people maybe do this also, but yield no results. And I mean, that's understandable because we all are different. And some people, let's say, they have fast grasping power. Because, like, I have very fast grasping power, but I also forget as fast, I think. Even though, like, let's say I have the underlying structure, like, I can just get things quickly, but, like, they don't stay in my head, I think. So why am I recording all of this is because I'm kind of hesitant to do my task. And the task is, I don't know, like, I do this thing where I always keep giving myself, like, new tasks and new, like, how do I say, not necessarily exercises, but, like, I keep taking on new challenges because I have this thing where I cannot relax. Like, me idling feels wrong, like, I cannot just relax. Like, it's Sunday now. I slept well, I had my food, whatever, I had my coffee. But now I cannot just sit. Like, I have to do my chores. I have to do laundry. I have to wash dishes, whatever. All those tasks. But I also have to do something else, because, like, otherwise I feel worthless, kind of. Otherwise I feel useless. And that's, like, another, let's say, larger pattern in my life that can, I think, yield positive results in short term. But you're risking, like, big burnout in long term, regardless. So the task, what I'm talking about is, I don't know, for some reason I decided to volunteer or enroll myself into this thing. Like, we have a what is it? Like, we have a TV channel attached to our university or something, and then it's, like, in Hindi because, like, I live in India, and then I do this course which is Indian medicine, whatever. And so the TV channel is in Hindi largely. I mean, there are some English words are being used, but largely it's in Hindi for Indian population, whatever. And then our department was given a task of, like, preparing some content for that TV channel. So, like, somebody will do some procedures, medical procedures, and then and then we, as scholars of that department, were supposed to, like, describe them, like, talk about them in Hindi on TV for, like, 15-20 minutes. And then I'm always desperate for some kind of opportunity, for some kind of task that will make me, I don't know, like, let's say, will give me some kind of points, or like will make me visible, because I was always afraid of being visible my whole life. But now I understand that that's sadly now not how the world works. You need to be visible, and being visible was, like, my worst fear all my life. Yeah, so now I purposely put myself into these situations where I'm, like, super visible. So anyway, like, my Hindi is okay. Like, it's not the best, but, like, I not only get by, I get by, like, really well. I speak decent Hindi with patients in hospital settings, in casual, like, like, I can have a conversation or two or three, like, whatever. I can talk about things, basically. However, I never actually learned it, right? It's like I never actually put in the work of learning because I never wanted to learn it. Just, because when I came first to India, they said the education will be in English, and then it wasn't, and then I got really salty, and I was, like, 17, 18, and I got, like, really salty, and I'm like, yeah, this is my resistance, this is my battle against you, fuck you guys, I'm not going to learn the language. But then apparently I'm kind of talented, I guess, in languages, or, like, it's easier for me to learn languages than other things. So it just came to me naturally, kind of, just because of the environment I'm in, like, in hospital, people around me all speaking Hindi and stuff like that. Even though, like, I don't listen to music, I don't watch movies, like Hindi movies, that is. So I don't necessarily have that, like, base understanding of what the language is. It's more like I'm like a thief more where it's like I just hear what other people say. I kind of process it in my head, and I think of what that might have meant, and then I kind of understand what that means, and then I just use it. So basically, like, all my Hindi knowledge is me stealing bits and pieces and then reattaching them myself and then outputting them, which is an interesting way of doing so. And I always like doing these things. Like, I'll just put my phone language to like Chinese or something for no apparent reason at all, like just for fun, like just because I can, it's funny, it's interesting, I don't know. Because I'm also I'm not consistent in my efforts. I want to be, but not necessarily always. Consistency is like the bane of my existence. So that's why I overwork, and then I'm kind of like tired. Anyway, so I have to prepare like a 20 or 40-minute presentation of this particular procedure, and it has to be all in Hindi, and it has to be delivered all in Hindi. And it's like, normally, regularly, like, I can talk no problem. Like, I don't even get conscious anymore because, here people actually don't judge you if your Hindi is poor. And if anything, they'll give you credit for, trying to or attempting to, like, learn the language. It's really sweet, actually. It's really nice, But it's on TV now, right? So I have to be really good about my Hindi and everything. I'm just thinking in my head how to do it, but that's a mistake number one, right? You start thinking about how to do it. The solution is to just get down, get down to work and just start doing it. And whatever it is that you have to figure out, you will always figure out along the way, right? My biggest problem always was that I'm trying to figure out everything before I start, but that's just plainly impossible because you don't even know what you're thinking about, what you're talking about. So yeah, it's just more of a pep talk to myself, I guess. I just have to get down and do it. My meds are also peaking. I can feel them right now, so I'll just go and start doing it, I guess. I'm just really lazy. I really don't want to do it, but it's also like, I'm just thinking about it. Like, how would I learn to do it if I would never do it? So I just have to kind of do it, right? Anyway, so yeah, that's basically the secret to get things done is just by switching off your rational analytical brain and just like you just sit down, you just open the thing, you just write a first sentence, whatever, and then it will come on its own, one after another. All right, bye.